I met a gypsy.
There's probably a point where you go, okay, I've reached this level, and now it's not gonna. It doesn't just keep going up forever. Like, you've kind of got to get to a spot, and then you've got to create some sort of balance and some kind of, like putting the tools down and being able to go on a boat, and then not feeling guilty when you do it, and not feeling like you're that voice in your head being like, you're gonna lose on the weekend. What if Tim's riding? What if So it's really hard to get that balance, and to hear the way that Tony went about that career, I'm kind of like, damn, maybe I should try and apply some of that to my own life in a way. I think everybody can in a way.
Yeah, true. And I think, you just need to be passionate about what you do. Because if you just go into your job and do it because it's your job and you do it for the money, you will not get out of it what you want to get out of it. Like, every day when I went to training and when I went to cycling, like, it wouldn't have mattered. If I would have cycled 1 mile an hour slower, I wouldn't have had changed the rest on the weekend. But I would try to go as fast as I could, just because I was passionate about it. I wanted to train hard. I wanted to win. And I think, you should always go through your work, just like you said, just because you have a lot of passion for it and just enjoy doing it and you want to do it. And the top guys in each sport, like, they're not money driven. For sure, money is a motivation in a particular way. But for example, Cristiano Ronaldo, he's 37 years of age. He doesn't need to play football because he needs that money. He can buy everything he wants in the world, basically. So he does it because he's passionate about football and he wants to do it. And same with me with racing dirt bikes. And I think same with a guy like Eli Tomac. He's made enough money. He just wanted, apparently, he went to Yamaha because he just felt that was a good change for him to win that Supercross championship. And he said in an interview, I don't know if you heard about it, he said, apparently he signed for less and he could have gone with Kawasaki. I don't know if it's true. I just read an article. I don't even know if he really said it or not. I just read it somewhere on the internet. But it shows you he doesn't care about that money. He just wants to win. And if he thinks being on that Star Racing Yamaha project to give him an advantage, to make him be better on the bike and being better on the weekends, that's just because his passion for winning. It's not for the money. So, and I'm in the same way. I just want to win, and whatever it takes, I'm willing to do it. And sometimes I just get too passionate about it, and I just, like you said, I'm burying myself. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's one of the things too that kind of sticks in my mind from a book I read. It's called Atomic Habits, and so he basically said that you shouldn't care about your goals, you should only care about your processes. And he used the 800 meter final at the Olympic sprinting as the example. You've got the best 8 people in the world, and they've all got the same goal of winning an Olympic gold medal, but only one of them does it. So the goal actually doesn't matter. It's the way that you approach the processes and the everyday. And like what you just said about cycling, you could go 1 mile an hour slower, but that ain't gonna get you the gold medal in the final at the end of it, because it's not the guy that wants to win the world championship that wins the world championship. Like, Tim wanted to win the world championship the year that you won it, but you obviously just did something else differently that kind of let you do it. And I think so many people in their everyday life, they get focused on the goal instead of the process. Like, what's going to get you to win that? In your case, it's the world championship, not, what is your goal?
No, true. And I totally agree with you on that one. Like, the true winner will always do that little step extra. Because at that level you just said, when you have the 800 meters running, all 8 of them, they know how to run. But the guy who won, he probably just did that little extra what the other guys didn't. That's what I always try to do. And on a high level, as what we're doing in motocross, everyone has a lot of talent. Even the guy who finished 20th, he still has a lot of talent.
Big time.
But
massively.
A guy like Jet Beaton, he's really talented as well, There's so many guys who have a lot of talent, and just, in motocross, you sure have that little difference, There are not 15 Ken Roxas riding around. There's not 15 Jorge Prados riding around. So, but when you have that talent and then you have that work ethic, then you're you're there. But you
Where
need
did
both of
that
them.
work ethic? Yeah, where did that come from in you? Because you've just been like, I just find it so crazy to see a guy like you now at 27, 28 years of age, and just know that you've been grinding for the same thing since you were 8 years old, and to do it that long, and to be that much of a savage for that many years. You've just got to really want that shit. And that's got to come from somewhere deep, deep inside. Like like you said, you can't be motivated by money or girls or fame or anything and put yourself through the torture that you would have put yourself through in your career.
No, true, but I feel I need that work ethic because for sure I'm talented, but I know I do not have the talent of Jorge Prado. I do not have that talent of Ken Roxon, maybe even. So, but with that hard work ethic, I know I have enough talent to make it work. Like I said, maybe not the talent they have, but with that work ethic on top of it and the desire of how bad I want to win, I feel like I could have made it work. If I would have done less, I don't know if I could make it work. Because those top guys, they have a lot of talent, but they maybe just do not have that last bit of desire what I've had or had. So, and the risk what they were willing to take, because it's not, talent is one thing, but need to have the desire, you need to have the work ethic, and you need, how much risk do you want to take? Because sometimes I had to go 110% to stay up with guys and to eventually beat them, because there were days like I barely could match their speed, but I had to go that speed and to go even beyond to win that race. And so it's a lot of things. It's like a puzzle, and everything needs to collect into each other and fit,
Man, that must be a crazy good feeling to know, like, let's say you're 15 minutes into a moto, and then you've got geysers in front of you, and you're having to ride at 110% just to stick with him. But then you end up riding at 110% and then some, and then you pass him, and then you win the moto. And then to the outside, it would look to me like you've always were going to win that moto, but inside of you, you're sitting there thinking, I have to absolutely take crazy risks just to stay with this guy, and then to actually end up beating him in a moto. That must be insane.
Yeah, I can tell you an example. Like I remember in 2018, it was the Argentina GP. I don't know if you have seen that second moto, but it was a very like.
Was
my
that you and
weren't
Tony?
good at the time. Yeah, me and Tony. And
Yeah.
I knew this guy was fit, but I seen him like a few days before chilling, this, that. And I went on my freaking bicycle. I got like a route near my house, which is like 35 km, which is like, I don't know, 25 miles or something. And I would fucking push the shit out on my road bike, just to, like heartbeat, like through the roof. And I knew, so I was like minus 10 seconds with like 6 minutes to go plus 2 laps. So I was like, all right, I got 10 minutes. And I jumped over the finish line and I saw him in the back. I'm like, I'm going to fucking eat you alive, brother. I'm going to fucking eat you alive. And then I just kept close because I knew, like, I just remember at the times, like, when it's so tough, like, when I can barely hang on, like, then I remember the times, like you were on the boat, but I was on a freaking road bike or running or whatever I was doing. I'm like, I'm going to get you. So then I just went, like I went 110% and beyond, probably. So, and then I just knew, like, I'm physically super, super strong. And then I just kept nailing them down and I passed them on the last lap. I did it often that I really had those last late moto charges. And it also gives you mental rest because then like halfway the moto, okay, when it comes up to the last 3-4 laps, I got that speed, I got that desire, and mainly I got that fitness to still, pull the trigger when I have to. Because especially in 2018, Tony, he would damn always hold shot. He was the Jorge Prado from today, and I would always come from the middle of the pack, and then he always had that big gap, and then I had to nail him down, close him down, and to make it work. But then, yeah, I knew I was physically so strong because I did a bit of training with Eldon, but I was even putting in more work, I believe, because I did like basically 3-4 trainings a day. I would wake up, get on that road cycle at like 7:30 in the morning till like 9, come back, go riding from like 11 till 2, come back, do some swimming training, after do some even core stability, gym. I would literally wake up at 7 and start from training at 7 in the morning till like 5 in the evening. And then do that every Tuesday, every Wednesday, every Thursday. I had to travel on Friday, so I could just train a bit. But then I was tired at times. I was like super lean because I would just train all day. But then I knew when it would come up to the last 10 minutes, and especially when it was hot, I knew nobody would have anything for me at that time. So it yeah, that was good. And also last year, often, on the end, I think in 2018 I was really, really strict. Like, I would train so much. Last year I did a bit less, but I knew I was always really strong on the end of the races, let's say.
If you enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe. And to listen to the full 3-hour podcast, search Gypsy Tales in your favorite podcast platform or click the link in the description below. Gypsy Gang.